After being trapped in that pitch-black underground maze for a harrowing 15 years, Xiaoshan finally saw the light of day again. As she lay in her hospital bed, her mind couldn't help but drift back to the past. Every week, he would bring me a pizza. It was my only joy during my imprisonment. Xiaoshan spoke slowly, her voice weak from the ordeals she had endured, as she recounted her story to the doctor before her. But before she could finish, the doctor suddenly seemed to receive an urgent notification. With a hurried look, he said, "Just a moment," and quickly stepped out of the room. A deathly silence instantly enveloped the hospital room. Suddenly, the piercing ring of a telephone shattered the quiet, its sound particularly chilling in this tranquil space. Instinctively, Xiaoshan reached out and picked up the phone. "Where should I deliver the pizza?" came the mechanical, ordinary question from the delivery person on the other end. Xiaoshan felt as if she had been struck by lightning. Her hand went slack, and the phone clattered to the floor. Fear engulfed her like a tidal wave. She frantically pressed the call button, but the only response was a silence as deep as death. An intense unease compelled her to rip out her IV, disregarding her hospital gown, and staggered to her feet. She flung open the door and rushed out into the hallway. It was empty, the lights dim, with a thick darkness stretching ahead, like a gaping maw of a beast ready to devour her at any moment. In her panic, Xiaoshan noticed a small ball on the floor. Without a second thought, she grabbed it and hurled it with all her might. As the ball rolled and echoed, she made a horrifying realization. The layout of the surrounding walls was identical to the underground maze. She had never been rescued at all. She was still trapped in that nightmarish labyrinth. She followed the faint light into a room. Inside, a man wearing headphones was intently recording something into a tape recorder. This man was none other than the kidnapper masquerading as a doctor. Xiaoshan looked around. The television screen was playing news footage of her rescue. On the table lay that terrifying, tormenting GameCube. The bustling street sounds emanating from the tape recorder now seemed utterly ironic. With trembling hands, she picked up a newspaper, which also bore the news of her rescue. But this was all clearly a false facade fabricated by the kidnapper. She slowly approached a mirror, gazing at a face that was both familiar and foreign. She leaned in close, gently touching a mole on her face. When she tried to wipe it, the mole came off easily, revealing smooth skin underneath. In that instant, Xiaoshan had a sudden epiphany. She wasn't Xiaoshan at all. But if not her, then who was she? Due to copyright issues, the movie will have to leave you here for now.